should just start from the beginning. So I'm gonna start over.
Mm-hmm. I'll explain it to everyone.
Okay. You could explain the kind of thread.
Yes. Well, good night, everyone. What we have here is lessons on tying flies. So Ashley would be tying up a few flies, our very own. And these are typical bonefish flies that we use to fly fish on the flats, anglers from all over the world. So what I want you to do for me is, and you can show, before you do that, is actually restart the process where you put the hook in there.
Okay.
Okay, there we go, so they can see
it
all
out.
of that. And the size hook we're using, this is a number 2. The standard size hooks you use are number 2s, 4s, and 6s, fishing for bonefish. So you can go on and lock it into the vise.
Okay, we're gonna lock it.
Yep, make sure you get a good tight.
Yep.
Perfect.
Nice and tight. Okay, so
Okay.
we're starting. Oh, let me bring it down. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna start from here.
Yes.
Gonna.
Make sure you get a good tight wrap on it, wrapping back over itself.
Yeah.
Very good.
Going up.
Yeah, make sure that's good wrap going up there. Perfect. Now you just clip it off, right?
Clip off the
Right.
excess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So give a good, yep. Make sure you're using some really tight. Perfect. Now come right down to the eye of the hook this time. Yep. Okay, so what colors are you going to use for tying your fly now? Because you got lots of choices. You got, well, these are all the fly tying materials, as you can see here. Lots of,
What do you call those?
well, a lot of this stuff is synthetic, and then some of it like a typical rooster or chicken. But they have,
Put the light in the back here. Okay. It's better. You can see it better.
oh, you can see it better that way.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be better.
Yeah, I see it. It looks better. Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Looks
Yep,
better.
much better. Okay. Okay. So now.
So, I mean, there's hundreds of all kinds of colors. You can give me some of that lava laced or sparkly. You
Okay.
can give, yep.
The names. So these are typically supplies that you could get from like a craft store, right?
Yes, well, they're specialized stores. These are, they have huge companies, farms where they do all of the, I mean, they just raise all these various types of roosters and all that with the various, lots of beautiful colors. And then they also have synthetic material as well. So you got so many thousands of choices when it comes to fly tying material. Depends on, you know, what you're tying the flies for. But these are typical bonefish flies. You can show a few of them there.
Okay, so this is just one of the bonefish flies. Is this the...
Yeah, Crazy Charlie.
Okay, this is a Crazy Charlie fly. So this fly was actually created by Charlie Smith himself, and it put billions of dollars into the American economy. This fly.
Yes. And what is significant about the fly? Can you hand me that fly there? This was the first beaded eye fly. See with those 2 eyes? And you'll get to see Ashley tie our flies with these eyes that she's going to put on the fly.
Okay.
I want to show them the bead there so they can see this. You can see, you get to see, of course, you'll just cut off 2.
To make sure. Let me show. This is the beads that you would normally use for the eyes. The fly.
And you have different size depending on what depth of water you're fishing in.
Show them the different size.
Yes.
So this one is a bit bigger in comparison. Let's see if they could see. So you could
This
see.
is a whole industry unto itself. I can tell you, we have factories all over the world that are tying up these flies, and yet the Bahamas have the largest flats in the world. And this is an industry that many Bahamians can get involved with.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we go. We're getting started here now.
I am gonna use.
You're gonna use some green, okay?
This, some green. Okay, and how do I cut it off?
Yeah, you can get.
Just.
Yeah, you can just take that's a lot. That's like a couple of flies. You can just take a portion of it here and just cut.
Okay. I'd say about this much.
Yeah, and give yourself a little length there, so then that's perfect. There you go.
Okay. So now,
and you got enough light. You got good light there.
Yeah.
This person needs to see that.
Maybe you could bring it in closer a bit.
Yeah.
So they could see it.
Yeah, because they really need to see.
Turn it this way. Okay, so.
Let me move this a little closer too, because. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so we're gonna take this. Let me just clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
make sure you give some good tight wraps on it.
Okay, so then we just hold it down there, and then we take the thread. And we just
come all the way down to the
around.
base of the hook as well too, to cover it all up there. Perfect. Go back up a bit. Give a good wrap all the way back up. Because when the fish takes that fly, it's going to go through a lot of pressure. So you make sure when you're tying it, you have a good strong thing you're putting together there. Okay? So perfect. Now pick which eyes are you going to put on that.
Okay, I am going to use I want to use these big ones.
Okay. So you got special cutting pliers, so you can see
These
there.
are the special cutting pliers. And then we just.
And all of these tools you're using as part of the fly fishing industry. As simple here as the scissors. These are very specialized, very sharp scissors for this type of work.
Okay, so then for the eyes, we take them and we just almost put it like in the, well then you just rest it on the middle.
And you're gonna wrap it over there. Give a good bit of wrap on one side and then you come on the other side. As you notice, it's gonna twist it as you go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we bring
So
it
you
back.
wanna wrap it and it straightens it out.
Okay. Wrap.
There we go.
Wrap.
Wrap and straighten it right out.
And then can we do it like that?
You want to go this way and that way. There we go.
This way and then this way.
Yeah, go back the other way for me. Let me show you here. Okay. Okay, what we do is unwrap that for me there, please, because I want you to have enough space so the eye of the fly.
Completely?
No, I mean here, you see where you can't see that there? You want to put your eyes up a little further. So unwrap it there for me, please.
So take it off completely.
Yeah,
Okay.
There we go. That's all part of it. There you go. Very good.
Okay.
Perfect. So you want to put it up a little further so you have space where your eyes, you see? You can
I
see
see.
that.
Okay.
Perfect.
So it's ideal to leave a bit of space in the front, almost
Yeah.
like a nose.
Yeah, because that's what you're going to tie your leader to. So you want to be able to keep that clear.
What's a leader?
That's the monofilament that you use that is attached to the fly line. And that's
Okay.
what you're going to tie the fly to. There we go. Use that more there. Use that. So I'm going to turn here.
When you do that, then they can't see.
Okay, so you do the wraps. It's better that you do it.
Just that. So then,
Like that. Make some good tight wraps. Because you know, like I said, when the fish takes your fly, it's gonna, so you don't want something that's going to fall apart like that. That looks pretty good. A bit more on each side. Perfect. There. Yes, a few more. That's perfect like that.
okay.
Now, how does that feel? Does it feel really tight, or you need to wrap a bit more?
No, it feels pretty tight.
Okay, so what you want to do now is to lock that off with some half hitch, and that is
Okay, so basically you loop it.
want that to be a little tighter for you.
And so basically what you're doing here is just like reinforcing it, right?
Yes. And now I'm locking it off. And of course you put like a glue to make sure that doesn't come undone.
Okay.
Okay, so now you can cut it off. Cut it right off to very short. Perfect. Now what we have here is, there should be another glue. You see another one here?
This one?
Yeah, check and see if it has a top.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go here.
What's this? Mine's clean up.
Oh no, not this one. That's not the one you're looking for. Let's look for some special glue. Put it out there. Let's see how tight that is. I'm gonna get a little bit of glue there for you. You know, one of the things they use in tying flies is, you know, especially what ladies like to use, fingernail, what do they call that? Hardener?
Oh yeah, nail hardener.
Yeah, but this will do here. You can take it on a device and you can show.
Okay, so
There you go.
here is my first attempt at making a fly.
Now that'll catch any bonefish. And I want you can see the eyes on it. So when the fish see that, you can hold it for them to see. It looks like a shrimp or minnow with the big eyes coming at them. So you can hold it better there so they can get a better view. You see? So there you go. Ashley's very first fly. It's pretty historic. But we need more Bahamians getting involved in this. And this is what you try to show. The industry is not just talking about a fishing lodge or the guide. It's all all of these things that you see here is the industry. I'm going to show them here. You see? Look at it. All of the, I mean, you go to, these are the different colored threads you're using. All of the different size eyes for the hooks. Yes, you can show them all of the flies that are tied. A whole bunch of, yeah.
Okay. Here's a whole collection.
And you can just pick out a few. And these are all.
So, do you have certain types of flies that attract certain types of fish?
Oh yes, you have flies for tarpon, bonefish, permit, lots of variety of crab flies, as you can see there. I mean, and there are thousands of choices when it comes to lots of flies. The original Crazy Charlie fly was the first beaded eye fly, but they have flies with, I mean, thousands of different names that, yeah. What you know what's interesting about is I know persons sit in the U.S. during the winter time, and they say they make anywhere from $75,000 to $100,000 just tying flies at home that are sold. Look at all of the different choices you have. Hey Eddie, how you doing? So more important is Ashley's historic fly. This is your.
This is my.
That's the fly of the hour right there.
My very first fly. Okay.
There you go.
There
So,
you have it.
ladies and gentlemen, there'll be a part 2 and a part 50 of this here. So, I just wanted to give you, let's take for example this fly here. As you can see, again, this is more fishing for a giant bonefish, a big fly. And or you can see all of the different size hooks. Like this is a number 2 hook here. And you can see this fly here would be what you would call a 1 odd. So when it comes to size of hooks, you would think that a number 2, and then you hear about a number 4 or a number 6. It's the opposite. So a number 4 hook is smaller than a number 2, and a number 6 is smaller. And as you go into bigger hooks, from a number 2, it goes to a number 1/0, or what you would call a 1 odd, 2 odd, 3 odd, 4 odd, 6 odd. It gets bigger when it goes from 1 and then a /0. So a number 2, number 4, number 6, number 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and you have flies that are so small when they're fishing for trout into the freshwater river, they're fishing for salmon, they're fishing for all kinds of freshwater species, whether they're fishing in Russia, Argentina, Canada. And like I said, this is an industry unto itself. If you Google and see the amount of factories and companies around the world that are making these flies that all of these anglers come in the Bahamas and fish with, when Bahamians can be doing these things right here. But you have to have that passion and interest. So Ashley has stressed the interest to learn the entire fly fishing industry. So you're not gonna just see Ashley tying flies with me, because she is going to, I've connected her with guides who, even though I tie flies, I'm not nowhere near as good as many of the guides who I know, who I would consider real experts. You know, everybody's have their specialty in different areas. And so I've connected her with some of very top guides that I know, like Glister Wallace. And you have guys like Sean Leeden, Nick Leeden, many others who I know who are very passionate about tying flies. Okay? And they are incredible, as you will see when she is in classes sharing with you with some of those veteran guides who I know. You know, just like in any industry, no different in the medical field, you have attorneys who specialize in corporate law, and then some who specialize in environmental law. And the fly fishing industry is no different. You have some guides who are phenomenal when it comes to permit fishing, tarpon fishing, offshore fly fishing, fishing for giant bonefish, all of those things. It's very specialized industry, and it could go in many different directions. And so, again, this is only a start of what you will see. You will see that thousands and thousands of choices when it comes to fly tying materials. Yep. And I'll show you a bit more flies. There we go. Wow. Now this here would be a typical tarpon fly, yeah. And you can see the size of the hook. That would be like a 3-odd hook. And that's what is called a cockroach fly. Famous fly for catching tarpon. And we have here typical popper. Yep. And lots of bonefish flies. Again, you can see, yep. Okay, that's it for this session of our academy on fly tying. But stay tuned, there's lots of exciting stuff to come. When it comes to learning about this industry, it's important to share this information so that Bahamians will know what it is we have in our country, and it's not just for a select few. Imagine a Bahamian artist in the University of the Bahamas or in high school who can paint a beautiful photo, and that painting, then obviously it's their original painting that can be transferred onto a hat or a t-shirt, into a coloring book, all kinds of directions you can take this. All right, so there you have it for now. Until next time, like I said, this is going to get more and more exciting because Ashley is going to be hooking up with some real professionals. I don't, like I said, I don't claim to be an expert in this area, but I certainly love doing it. Take care.